You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Are you ready to go home? No. Are you ready to go home? No. Are you ready to go home? No. Children, time to go home. No. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? What is the time, Mr. Wolf? What's the time, Mr. Wolf? What is the time, Mr. Wolf? It's bacchanal time. Bacchanal time. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal time. The party can't stop. No. The party can't stop. Children, tambule, flambeau, shak, shak, and drum. Hey. The party can't stop. No. The party can't stop. Tell them, start the mass, the Moko Zombie go come. Wait, the party can't stop. Hey, the party can't stop. 1, 2, 3, start the ceremony. Everybody, start to wave, start to wave, start to wave, start to wave. Today's carnival, children. Today's carnival. Everybody, start to wave, start to wave, start to wave, start to wave. On the count of 4, on the count of 4, on the count of 4. Let me go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump up, 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 jump up. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Everybody. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. Sunday, bacchanal. Monday, bacchanal. Tuesday, bacchanal. Wednesday, bacchanal. Thursday, bacchanal. Friday, bacchanal. Saturday, bacchanal. Every day, every day. Express yourself, wine. Express yourself, rhyme. Express yourself, make love. Express yourself, make love. Are you ready to go home? No. Are you ready to go home? No. Are you ready to go home? No. Children, time to go home. No. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Bacchanal time. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Bacchanal time. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Bacchanal time. What is the time, Mr. Wolf? It's bacchanal time. Bacchanal time. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal time. The party can't stop. No. The party can't stop. Buzzer, tell them on this plantation we run things tonight. Tell them the party can't stop. No way. Freedom to express myself without fright. That's all we want. The party can't stop. Yeah. The party can't stop. Form a ring, wave and welcome the king. Come Moko Zombie. Start to wave, start to wave, start to wave, start to wave. Today's carnival buzzer. Today's carnival. Hey, spreading news. Start to wave, start to wave, start to wave, start to wave. On the count of 4, on the count of 4, on the count of 4. Everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump up, 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 jump up. Bacchanal, bacchanal, hey, bacchanal, bacchanal. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Everybody. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. Sunday, bacchanal. Monday, bacchanal. Tuesday, bacchanal. Wednesday, bacchanal. Thursday, bacchanal. Friday, bacchanal. Saturday, bacchanal. Every day, every day. Hey, express yourself, wine. Express yourself, rhyme. Express yourself, make love. Express yourself, make love. Children go home. No. Children go home. Up.
If you're not making $158,000,
words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, if you're just joining us and you're wondering what's the DAT Triplets, that's Diana, Anselm, and Tommy. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And you know, in the village, we originate, we don't imitate. We welcome each and every one. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. If you're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Venuranius, Saturnus, whatever your planet you're from, you're welcome. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear a cream t-shirt, a pink t-shirt, a mauve t-shirt, you know, an orange t-shirt, doesn't matter. We welcome each and every one here in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let me say a special welcome to no other than Diana, Waveney, Stormy, The Storm, Ben Skin, The Trin Beach, Gonian, Greta, McDonald, boy.
Good evening. I am from Planet Invisibilenius.
Planet Invisibilenius. All right, all right. Planet Invisibilenius. We had that planet too. We had that. Full 100. Full 100. How are you doing, Diana?
Let me say, I'm there. I'm coming along. Good evening, all my villagers. The storm is okay. She's just handling a situation. And you all will be informed in due course.
Thank
Okay.
you, man. Thank you. Full 100. Let me bring in no other than Thomas E. Marshall, the commissioner in Newark, Nesbitt, boy.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, family. It's a pleasure to be with you again today. How are you doing? How are you doing, Diana? How are you doing, Aslam?
I am fantabulously splendiferous.
I'm hanging in there, Tommy.
You know, it's funny. It's funny. I was walking around with my students today from class, right? And he said to me, he says, you know, Professor, I like that word tremendous, you know. I'm gonna start using it. You know, I student in my class. So I'm telling him, I say, you know, all those are
And
real
so I
words,
am
right?
very much aware,
Hold on,
keenly
give me 1
aware
minute here.
of
Give me
how
1 minute.
Tobagonians
Let me get
feel
rid of
about
this.
this matter, and I'm confident
Hold up.
that Tobagonians on the side of the government. And what I wish to assure the nation
There's
Yeah,
something playing in
on
the
yeah,
background.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Hold on.
Mhm.
the
Yeah, yeah. So I talked to him and I said, you know, those are really words, right? He said, really, professor? So I actually go, yeah, and for all those who are listening, who still think that I'm not a professor, right? Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna call myself the self-appointed professor. That's what it is. You know, like you know, like how we are self-appointed political analysts in Trinidad, right? From now on, I am the self-appointed professor. I'm not a real professor. Well, I'm a real professor, but I'm also a self-appointed professor. I could self-appoint myself to anything, right? I could self-appoint myself to the prime minister. I'm self-appointed prime minister. I could be a self-appointed dentist, right? I could be self-appointed opposition leader. Whatever I want to be, I could appoint myself to that. I don't have no qualifications, you know. I could just appoint myself to that, right? So, Tommy, what do you want to self-appoint yourself to? Oh, you know, Tommy, you are the self-appointed commissioner from the Caribbean Commission. Self-appointed. And you're the self-appointed president, right? I don't worry. Diana,
Yeah,
Diana, use the new
yeah.
self-appointed Bajan Prime Minister. All right?
Now I don't want to replace Mia Motley. I'll give me something in
No,
Trinidad.
you're not replacing. You're just the
Mhm.
self-appointed. You ain't replacing
Mm-mm.
nothing. You are just the self-appointed now, right?
Give
You
me,
don't want that?
I want president of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right.
Oh,
The self-appointed president of Trinidad and Tobago. Here we go. And anybody in the chat, please put in the chat, what do you want WZYE 95.9 FM to self-appoint you to? All right? We're going into the self-appointed direction now. We're going, it's Farley versus Watson tonight in the village. But we're going for self-appointed. Anytime, because what happened, folks, where this all started from, we have two PNM activists in Trinidad. And one of them, the female one, decided that since she get plenty blows on social media for calling herself a political analyst, and she had absolutely no qualification, not even close, right? She didn't even go to just the U, you know, it's UE. She didn't even go to just the U, much just for the we, right? But she's a self-appointed political analyst in Trinidad and Tobago. So we have open sesame now. Anybody in the chat, whatever you want to be self-appointed, put it in the chat, and we will identify you from now on as that new self-appointed person. And nobody can take it away from you. All right? So Diana, you said you want to be the self-appointed president of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yep.
All right, Diana Benskin, go ahead. Full 100. You're good to go. Tommy, what about you? Already?
no, I'm good as a commissioner.
Oh, but come on, man, Tommy, what is that one? I want to give
I
you
don't know.
I will give you a promotion, man.
I try and hard not to stress myself with too many appointments.
All right. So you're good. You're good to go.
Yeah. But I have it's
Right.
good enough.
Right. All right. You're good to go. All right. So of
I don't
course,
want anything else to take me away from my time at WZYE. Another appointment would take more time away from me.
all right. I go for that. But I'm glad Diana decide that Diana going big, boy. She going large. She going all the way up to the top, boy. President, yes.
I don't blame her. Go big or go home.
Hey, listen, the magic of thinking big, you know. Diana
That's right.
Benskin, boy. Yeah, boy. Full 100 Diana Benskin. So of course, first in the village was no other than Nadia. Nadia says good night, everyone.
Good night, Nadia.
Yeah, she says good night, Ansem. Good night to you, Nadia. She says, Tommy, good night. Tonight, Tommy gets some green and yellow emojis.
I like it.
Diana Benskin, good night, love.
Thank you, Nadia.
Yes, Diana gets some pink and red hearts. Yeah. Nadia says to Keisha, Joan, Judy, Rose, Lana, Miss Kuva, Hailey, Capiza. Yeah, the whole work. Rennie, Vonnie, Albert, Ellis, Troy. Yeah. You know, I ain't seen Ellis lately, you know, happen. I gotta call Ellis' wife, yes?
He have
Because
a big catering work.
no, but no, how she take away his phone for so long?
Oh, he
Oh,
on a big catering work.
Yo, listen. Ellis haven't been on the show now for a week.
Oh dear.
And the only thing I notice happen is that his wife does remove his phone from his presence. Let me put it that way.
wow.
Right? She put it where he's unable to go get it. He's unable to retrieve it, so to speak. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Takesha, good night. Of course, Diana. She says, Diana, good night, the storm. Diana, the storm. Ansam,
Good
good
night,
night. Tommy,
teacher.
good night.
Good night. Good
Eh?
night to Kish.
Oh God. Nadia said they had no current whole day. It no come back. You know? Yeah, I like Trinidad too bad, you know. When you say current gone, what does that mean?
Current
Hmm.
what?
Yeah, current gone.
No electricity.
Oh, that's all right. Okay. Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah.
He said, hey, why? Now that's a girl, we had no current all day, boy. What is current?
But yeah,
Huh?
electricity.
Current.
What are you talking about? You talking about the fruit?
No, that what I current. Yeah, current. Isn't that what I A? Current.
Yeah.
I thought current is something that's current. You know, like today, it's something happened current. Today, it's
But
more like today.
but you know the English language, how many things current mean? Current mean that pull in the ocean.
Correct is
Could
right.
mean
Correct.
that too.
Yeah. You know, it could mean so many things, right? You know, we are some of the
Because
best.
answer, remember we find out the word boof. Boof.
Yeah, boy. Hey, Tommy, boy. Tommy, Trinidad gotta
Yes.
stop using buff. Tommy, Google it and you go see. All your Google buff. All you go stop using buff in Trinidad and Tobago. It's not a nice thing. Me and Dana by happenstance find out what that means. Oh
So you
God.
can't buff nobody no.
Well, Tommy, it depends. Be careful, you know. Be careful. If you decide you want to buff somebody, Google it. Diana, which one is it? Is it B-O-U-F or B-U-F-F? Which one is it?
All two of them mean not good meanings.
All of them have unkind meanings.
Yeah. Boy, unkind meanings, boy. I asked Diana some question.
You gotta be very careful what you say.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. Let me see. Let me see which one it is.
Wait now, I see a boy from Chumakak in a new business entity too.
Yeah, boy. Hey, all you. True, but let me go through the chat. You know, I just say we fella from Chumakak. He's in, you know, I let me say this. Let me call the PNM and tell them they have a fella in Chumakak, Lavantil. He's very, very diversified in all his business endeavors. And the PNM need to bring him in, either the Ministry of Finance or the Ministry of Works or somewhere, in order for them to diversify the things that we are investing in Trinidad and Tobago.
The truck salesman.
But top boy, top. Diversification is like, you know, he does do that in his sleep.
Wow.
In his sleep, you know. All right, so Tikisha says hello. Albert, Vonnie, Raj, Ulrich, Hailey, Troy, Albert, Chris, Tropics. Tikisha says, only love in the village, no room for hate. Yeah. Oh God. Tikisha said, Nadia, I think it come back because of them mosquitoes tonight. Oh God. Yeah. Nadia says there are plenty it are plenty mosquitoes. Is it mosquitoes? Is it mosquitoes? Or
Mosquitoes.
mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes.
No, it's mosquito. Is it mosquitoes or mosquito?
I call it mosquitoes.
Mosquito. Hey, look.
But it's like tomato and tomato.
Oh yeah. Look. Hey. Look, Ulrich in 6:36 tonight, boy. Oh, good. Whoa, boy. Like he leave, you know, that new business venture, yeah, boy. Let him out early tonight. I feel so, you know. But earlier, stay tuned. As soon as we finish this, we go show all you the new business venture that our resident diversification analyst, you know,
Entrepreneur.
yeah, entrepreneur. I see people don't want to self-appoint themselves, and what is that one? Lana, welcome back, Lana. Highly inside, Watax is bacchanal, boy. On the street is bacchanal. On the road is bacchanal. Everything is bacchanal. Ekail on the street. Bacchanal, bacchanal, bacchanal. Love in the house. Yeah, man. Lana, full 100. Nana, you miss plenty, girl. Plenty. All kind of bacchanal in the house. Nana say, Anselm, Tommy, Diana, bless, good night. Yeah,
Same to you, love.
bacchanal. Yeah,
Night,
Heidi says, to Keisha, Nadia, Lana, Ulrich, good evening. Hey, look, we partner from Mississippi. Albert Montano, boy. Albert in the house. Albert says, good evening, Anselm, and oh God. Albert, don't want people to figure out what our last word means, you know.
What that mean?
I don't know. It's just for F. I don't know.
And I work in check. Like nobody and cleaning that constituency.
Yeah, boy.
Good
Ray
night,
Star
Albert.
inside. PDP bacchanal, boy. We go talk about that too.
Mm.
And you know, I tried to get Mother Bonita there, but I know she busy. She busy because all kind of thing going on. Good evening, Diana from Albert. Oh God, boy. Albert say 161 murders in the last 7 days. So Ray still says, I hope Farley make a good choice to this situation. Because he looked more like the guy for the job for Tobago House of Assembly. Can't say the same for Duke. Ray still, boy? I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there, boy. Yeah. Albert says, I'm not hearing anything about COP, Jacob. Where you want to hear, Albert? I don't know. Yeah, Eileen. True, never make someone a priority when you're only an option to them. Pure facts. Full 100. Albert
Things slowly falling apart in Trinidad.
Or Tobago, which one?
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Both of them.
Nah, things didn't falling apart in Tobago, in Tobago, man. I think you know what?
I think.
Go ahead, Tommy.
I think it's a good. All that is happening is for a good.
You know what, Tommy? I agree. You go separate the goat from the sheep.
You think so?
Yeah. You go separate the goat from the sheep. That's exactly what's gonna happen. You know that? Yeah. You go separate the lions from the pigeons. You understand? You right?
We really need
pigeons.
We needed to see Duke's hand.
Go ahead.
I said we needed to see Duke's hand, and now we are, which is really good. Before you invest too much in them.
It's better we see it early in the game than late in the game. You understand? True. You know, I mean, this is a battle between an eagle and a pigeon. You know, pigeons like to fly low, and eagles like to fly high, right? On all you know, if you had to make a decision, who's going to be the eagle and who's going to be the pigeon, that should be easy. That shouldn't be that difficult. Huh?
That's as easy as kissing hands.
There you go, Tommy. You know, Diana wouldn't want to say, she wouldn't want to jump in that because, you know, she have a kind of sore spot, you know what I mean?
I just want to see Tobago go forward. Trinidad and Tobago.
You see, I tell you have a kind of sore spot. You're trying to ignore that. She have a kind of sore spot, you know, for an individual now. So she's trying to be as diplomatic as possible.
Who's that?
I just say you have a sore spot. Me call on him. I ain't calling him.
You mean you're trying to say I like Farley?
No, I never said that.
Oh, come on and say what you mean and stop beating around the bush.
Now you wouldn't have a sore spot for Farley.
So I have a soft spot for Duke.
Yeah. Full 100.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Maybe I have a soft spot for Gary Griffith too.
Yeah, that too. I even go in there because they really have no bacchanal in the NTA. You know what I mean? When a bacchanal come up, you know what I mean? Then I know, Diana go pick a side. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah. Hey, Chris Watson, welcome back, man.
So we're gonna have a monarchy in Tobago.
Bye. It's just uncalled for, boy. Really and truly. It's uncalled for. Hey, Carice, welcome. Let me just finish in the chat here. Hey, Joan inside. Joan, welcome as well. Joan, I ain't see you walking lately, nah?
Were you looking?
Eh?
Were you looking?
Say that again, Tommy.
Were you looking to see?
What he looking to see?
Yeah,
He said
he's a PNM, he's Marcoing.
Oh, yeah. There was a song called Marcoing too, no? Diana, Rachel wants to know how handsome dress up so. Like Diana taking you for dinner or, and leaving Tommy in charge tonight.
Ray, don't put me in no bacchanal.
Ray's all right.
Yeah, Ray, we haven't a Vutiol dinner. Oh God. I listen sometimes you like too much bacchanal in the road, bacchanal in the street. You don't know
Yeah,
bacchanal.
I gave him some Stormy dog chow.
Go.
What? I used to cook food for my dog in Trinidad. Eh? Let me just tell you this street. I cook food for my dogs in Trinidad. No dog chow, nah? Home cooked food, boy. Hey,
Home
look, but look, we are the first self-appointed person in the chat. Lana says she wants to be the self-appointed AG. Lana, WZYE 95.9 FM in the village of the DAT Triplet have self-appointed you to be the Attorney General. All right? Go ahead and do whatever you have to do now. Whenever you put something up on social media, I want you to put self-appointed AG, right? Self-appointed, right? So, folks, we are just asking everyone in the chat to please appoint yourself to some position in Trinidad, because in Trinidad and Tobago now, we have people who self-appointing themselves to be political analysts, and they have no qualification, none, zero, no duck. They didn't even go to the U, right? As much as for UE, right? They even just go to U alone. So all your we self-appointing tonight like crazy. Farley's a professional type guy. I like style. Is the other one I can't much care about. He different. Yeah. And we go get into that one just now with Farley too. Eh? Judy, welcome. Judy Descent, welcome. You're inside.
Hey, Judy.
I'll have you know that Stormy eats Rachel Ray. Okay, dog food.
What makes Rachel Ray dog food any better than just regular dog food? I think it's just more expensive.
It's organic.
Okay.
Oh God. Hailey says, self-appointment a rowly parent so I can rinse out the tail with licks. Blaze him till he hair grow back. No, Hailey, we want it to be a self-appointed something of importance. You know?
A hairdresser, self-appointed hairdresser.
Yeah, so nah. More important than that. Chris Watson say, Ansem, I want to change the high wages these politicians earning. Well, who does make these salaries for the politician and the CMO? Is the CMO? Who does do that? Appoint yourself to that. Whoever make the salaries for the parliamentarians and them. Whoever is in charge of that. So, oh God, Lana want to be the self-appointed Minister of Finance too. Now, Lana, you can only pick one thing. Right? You can't double dip. No double dipping. Right? Albert say good evening to Keisha. No, I think Nadira and Nadia is Nadia does be using Nadira's phone, I think.
Nadira's her daughter?
Yeah, I think so. Chris Watson, so let's change these highways, these politicians, and let's see who will want to be in government. Oh, they will still want to be in government. Chris, come on, man. All them perks they gain, man. You buy a car for what? 500,000, they could sell it for $1 million after 2 years. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Think nice, boy.
Maybe they into the car customizing business.
Say that again?
Customize it and then sell it for a healthy profit.
Yeah. Hey, but look, Ray say Karan gone away. By you, Ray?
Look, you see Nadia says Stormy lucky. Rachel Ray dog. Who has good dog too? Top of the line.
Ray Stelz want to know the top of the line. I don't know what makes Rachel Ray dog food better than them food you could just cook in your kitchen.
What makes it better is that I don't have to stand in front of no stove and cook nothing.
Nah, then you ain't treating Stormy the way you're supposed to treat him.
That makes it better.
So Ray still want to know, and someone last year come to Trinidad for at least a week. Ray, let me tell you, partner, when I come to Trinidad, it's a minimum of 2 weeks. The last time I was in Trinidad was just before the pandemic. Was it 2019, 2020? It was just before the pandemic. Yeah, 2 weeks. Oh, Albert Montano, no answer why you're so difficult. We Trinidadians speak that way. No, I mean, current gone, reverse back. You know what I mean?
The pipe running.
Yeah, the pipe running. You know, rain falling. You know, I mean, come on, man, Albert.
So what rain? So ask them what rain does.
Eh?
Rain rise?
No, rain don't fall. It's raining.
Yeah, but what happens with the rain?
No rain, it's raining. We say rain falling.
No, I know it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but rain don't stand up.
Snow falling too, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's not snowing.
That too.
Okay. Judy wants to know what's the meaning? The meaning of what, Judy? Current? Restart says our slang as well as tie up them foreigners. What about going down the road?
Yeah, you're going down the road.
Yeah, going down the road.
I'm going to come back.
Yeah, I'm going to come back. Yeah, I'm going to come back. Or you're stopping the taxi driver, take 1 day. You're telling driver, just take 1 day, right? You have to take 1 day. Just take 1 day now. Oh God. No, we good enough. We good. Yeah. Like look at Elisa next one. You know? Wapning. Eh? Wapning. Right? Wapning. Yeah. Wapning.
I good. You good?
Yeah, I good. You good? Let me see.
So what's going on with these murders in Trinidad? What was happening?
You know, I don't know, but I don't know. It's just like if
where's the Commissioner Jacob? What does he have to say?
what do you have to say? Nothing.
Oh, Lord.
And Chris Watson wants to know, why does always who fighting to be the big boss in politics and not to help people? Huh? Why is that? It always seems to be. Oh, Takisha says, after parents paid plenty money for textbook, I heard the Minister of Education talking something about free textbook. Is that true? And I haven't heard that.
Oh Lord.
But I mean, listen, if that's what it is, I mean, it's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not after people don't sacrifice to get books
Well,
and things.
well, maybe not. Maybe next semester. Maybe next semester.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
next year,
actually
but
they're
not
being
now.
proactive. No, not now. They're being proactive and saying that next semester, you know, they're gonna give people maybe a grant in order for you to get. If you have 4 kids, you get a grant for 50% or something. But it's a good idea. It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
The trinkets are rolling in just around election time.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know. Albert. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Albert. Sometime, you know. Albert say and he disrespecting me too. Eh? He says, Diana, don't take on that boy. He likes to provoke people. He's trouble. Man call my boy. Man call my boy just so yes. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Judy, listen. Judy says she's the self-appointed commissioner of police. All right. Yeah. So all right. So we have 2 self-appointed people so far. We have Lana is the self-appointed AG. Judy is the self-appointed commissioner of police. I highly want to be self-appointed something to whip Dr. Rowley, but we want that one that self-appointment. You know, we want people to be self-appointed. Hey, Vonnie Roberts, good night. Vonnie say good night, all the lovely folks that's locked on and watching some cricket at the same time. Vonnie, who playing, boy? Who playing? Hey, look to Keisha self-appointed too, you know. To Keisha I self-appoint myself as Minister of National Security, boy.
Right?
Excellent, man. So, folks, we are self-appointing ourselves tonight to different. Anything you want in Trinidad, you want to self-appoint yourself, because we have 2 PNM activists who self-appointed themselves as political analysts. There are no qualifications or nothing. And that is what our country is coming to. So we self-appointing ourselves to wherever we want. You know, we radical too bad. I mean, there was a song, Get On Radical. Yeah. I had to look for that one. Get On Radical. Oh, Duke sing that. Remember that song?
Yep.
We get on radical tonight in the village. And folks, don't forget, after the top of the 8 o'clock hour, we have a special entrepreneur who is part of the village. And he has been diversifying his business transactions on a daily basis. And he has also, again, gone into diversification of another business. And we want to bring that to your attention. So anybody else in the chat who decide they want to diversify their business and feel they could compete with this, you know, he's a this entrepreneur. You know, he's now a mogul. You know how mogul is, right? When you have plenty companies, you know, he's a global mogul. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I realize we haven't talked about the death of Queen Mom and all the controversy that seems to be brewing.
Did you see the parody that Dimensional Darky did on her?
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. But we have something here. Let me see something. I think you know what, Tommy boy? I hear, but I just feel that the getting into with the Queen and thing, it just, because they have some things. So let's listen to this one. Since you say that, let's listen to it.
Celebrating or minimizing the death of the Queen is insensitive. That may be true, but in my view, it's even more insensitive to saturate our media with celebratory posts about a person who, for many people, is a symbol of genocide, colonization, and all the violent institutions that came with it. She was queen when Britain helped lead the war that destroyed my country. And just this year, she gave a knighthood to one of the main criminal masterminds behind it, Tony Blair. Far from showing respect for the dead, that's basically saying it's honorable to kill hundreds of thousands of Iraqis. And of course, this is just one of countless atrocities committed in the name of a crown adorned with the spoils of war. So in my view, it's totally inappropriate for people to police how victims of colonization talk about the passing of the Queen. And I think it's only right that if we choose to remember her legacy, that we remember all of it.
Word.
There you go.
Word.
I mean,
I agree. 100, 1,000.
What do you say, Tommy?
No, I fully agree. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of controversy.
Mm-hmm. Now let's listen to this other one.
Are ambivalent about the Queen's legacy because of what she represents, the dark, oppressive colonial history with Africa. Britain was in charge for much of Africa for about 100 years until empire kind of collapsed. And the well-curated narrative, the fairy tale, is of a young Elizabeth vacationing in Kenya. She went up the treetops, a princess, and came down a queen. That was in 1952. But in the 8 years that followed that, more than 1.5 million Kenyans were herded in concentration camps where they were tortured, where they were detained. Unspeakable things happened there. Some of them were executed. And many Africans, many here in Kenya, feel that she was complicit in that. The atrocities that were carried out in her name or under her watch, that they don't feel that Queen Elizabeth meaningfully apologized for or even acknowledged. But you see some critical statements, such as this one.
Check this out.
The official opposition, the opposition party in South Africa,
The
the
ops.
freedom fighters, have said, we do not mourn the death of Elizabeth because to us, her death is a reminder of a very tragic period in this country, in Africa's history. During a 70-year reign as queen, she never once acknowledged the atrocities that her family inflicted on native people that Britain invaded across the world. If there is really life and justice after death, may Elizabeth and her ancestors get what they deserve. But many African leaders have been almost united in their glowing tributes to Queen Elizabeth.
So there you have it, folks. I mean, that's what some people around the world are actually saying. You know?
Yeah, there's so much more that's being said too.
So Vonnie Roberts says, Wall Street, a request was sent out to you on Aisha program to send your PNM party card. Vonnie, tell those individuals, when Dr. Rowley toured the United States of America on 2 occasions and several occasions before that, tell them he didn't ask for my party card when he was in my house twice. Tell them that's what Assembly Bond says. Okay? That's how I will answer that. Plain talk, bad manners. And when you finish, when you send it back to them, Vonnie, put hashtag talk now. When you finish with it. I say no more.
Yeah, you know, here it is. You have these little rich people ain't drive a stroke, and they inherited millions that was stolen and pilfered and what's the word? And taken as levy from you know the African countries. And they're millionaires and billionaires and they drive a stroke yet. And you have little African children scrunting and starving. Right? And they're princesses and in waiting and queen consort and please.
Well, you see, Vonnie says Anderson was defending Wall Street. Good boy, Anderson. You see, Vonnie, certain people does want to run their mouth and they cannot do 1/8 of what another person does. You understand? Many of us don't come and run we mouth. We just do. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right, Vonnie? We just do. We don't come and run we mouth. You see them who does be on that program running them mouth? Them doesn't do 1/8 or maybe 0.00000000000000001 of the things we do. So you rather run your mouth, you know. Just tell them.
Like the Calypso say, all of them who running them out, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Vonnie, just tell them when we having the Christmas party up in Mova and we having it up in Chumakak, I want him to donate 50% of the cost for that party. If not, hush him out, go in a corner like Little Jack Corner. Right? Because they like to run them out. That's what they're good at. They like to come on the radio and run them out. And I will leave it there. Say no more. Say no more. Yeah, sometimes you just have. And listen, the funny thing is that I hear the fella say the thing on the radio, And you know what I said? I'm not even going to waste my time to call the program to respond. Be honest. Yeah?
Yep.
Sometimes
when they go low.
Tommy, there you go. There you go. I refuse to call in the program to respond to that. Because I know for a fact, there are people who are listening, knows the truth. And look, Anderson calling right after that. Anderson laid out for him. You understand? Anderson laid out for him. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes them fellas and you see, them is PNM and HD there. PNM and HD. Hypocritical.
What's the big deal about a party card? I thought you were Trimegonian first.
Diana, when I was hosting Dr. Rowley, listen to this. When I was hosting Dr. Rowley, I want that person to know. I want him to ask Dr. Rowley, when I took him to the New York Stock Exchange for the first time in his life, ask him if he have asked Wall Street if he have a party card. Just ask him.
That's a stupid talk. You don't need to come out. Come down from there.
No, leave them. They like the old talk. This old talk. They like all kind of old talk. But, I wonder if Wall Street is really a PNM. He must not be a PNM, He had to be, maybe he's a UNC. Anyway.
I ain't no PNM. I thought the other answer.
Yeah. So let me go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. When we come back, we're going to show you our main business.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Do you want some more? Do you want some more? Do you want some more? Sure. What's the time, Mr. Wood? What's the time, Mr. Wood? What is the time, Mr. Wood? What's the time, Mr. Wood? What is the time? What? Enough is enough, children. Time to sleep. Hey, look, have a heart, man. Look, in fact, city council workers ready to sweep. Hey, party hard. One more verse, do something for me first. Are you ready? Start the wave, start the wave, start the wave, start the wave. Today's carnival, children. Play yourself now. Start the wave, start the wave, start the wave, start the wave. On the count of four, on the count of four, on the count of four. Let me go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Everybody. Bacchanal, bacchanal, hey. Bacchanal, bacchanal. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. In the party. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Every day. Hey, man. Wine, wine, make love, make love. Wine, wine, make love, more love. Wine, wine, make love. See one more.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. That's what it is, you know. That's how we
Yeah,
start.
you know,
Yeah, Tommy.
when you listen to Super Blue, he is really a master at this craft, you know.
Master, man. Full 100.
Yeah.
Full
He had a
100. That is we. Sunday, Bacchanal. Monday, Bacchanal. Tuesday, Bacchanal. Wednesday, Bacchanal. Now
Melee
that's,
and back
yeah.
confusion.
every day,
Mhm.
every day.
Every day it's tell you many Trinidadians have 2 BSc degrees. Bacchanal and confusion and blame and complaint. And some they stop giving party cards, they're giving party rings now.
Mm.
Judy says I never have a party card and I never vote. I don't that it's a bunch of jokers, man. Yeah. Rennie says I live in family living, WZYE family living, life couldn't be better. Full 100, man.
Yep.
Wait,
Yes.
Ray, that's heartbreaking for Wall Street. Heartbreaking for me for what? I don't have to show anybody anything.
Why is it heartbreaking for you?
I don't know how it become heartbreaking for me. I don't know about that. Vonnie, I know where you get that one from, that partner. But I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, investigate all them politicians who can't give account on how the money was spent, their bank account assets. My list will go on. Too much corruption. Yeah. Akisha already saying what she doing already. Hailey says Rowley coming back from the vacation to tell the country a bunch of pipe dreams and one set of big words and no insurance, and then he flies out again.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting, right? Let me be honest. You know,
Okay.
if that was the opposition leader and she was flying as much as Dr. Rowley flying, right? You know, they would have been making one set of noise.
Hmm.
No, seriously. Right? They would have cautioned the flying prime minister. But why you couldn't do some of these things virtually? How come? All of a sudden, virtual is out of the window.
Ain't no more COVID.
If you're just going to meet with people, right? You could discuss that virtually.
There's no more COVID.
If you're gonna meet with Maxine Waters in Washington, you have to fly to Washington for that.
There's no more COVID.
Because
So
you
you're
can't
not
take
gonna.
you can't take
Yeah.
a taxi from Washington, anyway, from
You
where,
can't take
where
what?
they are. You can't take a taxi from where they are.
What do you mean? From Trinidad?
Yeah, you have to fly.
No, but you can't do it virtually.
You could do it with
There's no more COVID, so you're not bringing in nothing now, so you can fly now.
Okay.
you can do it virtually, but I guess virtually and as
Tommy, you know, if I was prime minister, you know what I do, Tommy? This is what I tell
no
you.
tell me.
Folks, I have a trip that we can go to Switzerland, we can go to London, or we can go to wherever other place. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that money for that trip and put it to some social issue in Trinidad and Tobago. That specific amount of money that we will use for that trip, right, and dedicate it to some issue in Trinidad and Tobago, and let it see me doing that trip virtually.
Yeah, but what the narrative is going to be is that the expenditure for the trip will be covered 100-fold when I look my counterpart in the eye and negotiate a big money deal, a big financial reward deal for the country.
Tommy, when you do virtually, you could look him in the eye too.
No, on the screen.
Get up off the screen, get up off your chair, and go sit down close to the screen and look him in the eye. What's the difference? You could tell him that the people of the country want me to look you in the eye, so I'm getting closer to the screen to look you in the eye.
The personal touch means more. Look, we at the city been meeting virtual virtually for so long now. Now they're talking about they want in-person meetings for all the meetings coming up.
But see,
What am I to say?
Tommy, but is there a cost to that meeting? Is there a cost? Is it costing the city something for that meeting?
It's costing me to drive down there.
There you go. It's costing you more than anything else. Right? So to me,
top dog in the house.
To me, if you want to show the people of your country that you really care, you will do things like that. You just come back from Switzerland and London, and you're going to Washington, D.C. again?
Mm.
You know what? What would have been better? To fly from Switzerland or London and go to Washington, D.C., and then fly back to Trinidad.
True.
Yeah, that could have worked.
How about that?
But
no, you gotta go. I mean, you have a wife in Trinidad, and you gotta go and kiss she at least in between.
Kiss she virtually, man.
But perhaps logistically it was not feasible.
Or you mean logistically?
I don't know. I just asking.
I mean, listen. If you go in, you could kill 4 birds with 1 stone.
Oh yeah.
And and these are the things you expect people to be, who are supposed to be the critical thinkers, in order for them to say, well, you know what, boy, we saving the country money. Right? You're saving the country money. That's what it's supposed to be about, right?
I'm not disputing that, but at the same time, the argument is also my trips are netting huge amounts of profits.
When?
I'm just taking the other side and asking to bring balance to the conversation.
I'm asking when.
The pro-man deal, it's pro-man, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 years. The people, Tommy, the people who starving in Trinidad now really want to hear you come and tell them, well, boy, 10 years down the road, we're going to net this,
No, some don't want to hear that. They want to know where the next meal coming from.
Correct is right. That's right. So,
however, I mean, there were times in the past when negotiations netted large profits and there was controversy, and ultimately the negotiations, profits and rewards prevailed. So I'm just taking that perspective. I hear what you're saying, which is correct also, but we have to realize that there's another side to the coin.
Because Tommy, it's very simple, right? We keep hearing that the country has no money. We keep hearing that this, we can't do this, we can't do the other. And then next day you hear there's a $200 million allocation to the healthcare workers for what they do during the pandemic. Right?
Actually, Anselm, what we're hearing also is that we are getting record profits because of the fuel prices and energy prices, quote unquote, because we're talking about natural gas, we're talking about some of the other downstream products from the gas too that are netting a lot of money.
Correct.
So I mean, we were hearing that there's no money, there's no money, but we are also hearing that record profits are coming in from our industry, and potential for much more is becoming apparent. So,
and that's the question to him, because it seemed to me like mixed signals are being sent, and you have to lead from the front. You can't lead from the back. You have to lead from the front, and you are, and that's why you know what I've been hearing the last week. People say, "Hey, Wall Street, want to 2 transformational leaders? Want to Farley and Duke?" I thought you call them transformational leaders. I say yes, and they are.
That doesn't affect what they have done. All it is right now.
Tommy, I keep telling you, you're making too much sense.
Okay, so you want me to not make sense?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Want you to make dollars?
For many Trinidadians, it's better when you don't make sense.
Okay.
Does it make sense? They're not gonna like you.
Yeah, but the transformation is transformation. They are transformational. The fact that they have disagreement.
No, no. You're not a transformational leader anymore. You know,
when you disagree with when they have disagreement.
When all you have infighting, you become a non-transformational leader.
Okay.
And I've been hearing them on the radio. Hey, yeah, Wall Street, we quiet. What to two transformational leaders? I'm like, what to them? They're still there. They're still transformational leaders. 0 to 2 to 6 to 14 is transformational on any planet that you go. And in order for you to accomplish that, you are a transformational leader.
You know, it's true that egos, what should I say? Yeah, that ego, ego is the word. That egos could make a day into a nightmare. But at the same time, what's done is done. What's done is done and cannot be undone.
So, Tommy, think for example, right? When Dr. Rowley was fighting Dong Manning before he became prime minister, right?
Right.
He was fighting him head and tooth and nail, right?
Yes.
And Manning went to the cabinet. As a matter of fact, let me play this. Hold on, give me a minute here. Let me play this. Because we have short memories, you know. We have very short memories. Let me play this.
Is not prepared to act. That is what it was. We just were not prepared to accept that. And Mr. Speaker, you don't know the trouble I see. You don't know the trouble I see. I have had to live with that for 12 years. When you can't have your way, and when you cannot have his way, Mr. Speaker, his method is to bully. That's what it is. His method is to bully you. That is what I fought against. That is why his influence was terminated. Mr. Speaker, we do not tolerate bullying in the secondary school system. We're not tolerating bullying in the cabinet. We're not tolerating it. And if the member for Diego Martin West wishes a cabinet in which bullying is the order of the day, he's going to have to form that cabinet himself. It ain't going to happen in this one. It's not going to happen. He must learn to behave. I don't know if the member realizes it.
See, people
I don't think anybody forgot that. I think it's just convenient.
Well, no, I just want to remind them. I want to remind them. So whatever kind of leader you call Dr. Rowley, due to that spot there, we taking that away from him, We're removing it. You understand? Whatever kind of leader, we know he's a transactional leader, he's not a transformational leader. We're taking that away. You know, because I mean, sometimes, you know, you tell people, you make it make sense now, man. For example, when Farley told the people of the 60,000 citizens of Tobago, for all the years in Tobago, all the years, nobody saw it fit to tell Tobagonians, when all you want to come to this office, all you come in all your sapat, come in your head turned backward, come in your washikong, come in your pants down by your ankles, however you want, come in your pajamas, however you want. Massa day done. You know what they say in Trinidad? No, we're not doing that. We're not ready to implement that yet. We're not ready for that yet in Trinidad. All you want to talk about, that is not transformational. That is transformational. When somebody doing things that another person refused to do. Right? That fella. Go ahead, Tommy.
And further to that, the fact that he's in this impasse with Solomon Duke, Watson Solomon Duke, is because he made certain demands and he put systems in place that he don't want to go counter to, he don't want to go against. And he wants to keep his word. Yes,
and as you say that, Tommy, let's listen to this video here. Let's listen to this one. As you say that, let's listen to this one. This is him today on our program.
And so I am very much aware, keenly aware, of how Tobagonians feel about this matter, and I'm confident that Tobagonians are on the side of the government. And what I wish to assure the nation this morning is that the posterings of the Deputy Chief Secretary has not in any way affected the operations of the Tobago House of Assembly and cannot affect the operations of the Tobago House of Assembly. I wish the team stay focused on that fact, right? And I think I wish to also go out on a limb here and take a position that some may have advised me not to take, and to say this. The House resumes on the 22nd of September, and so there are a few hours, probably 2 days or so, before a motion has to be entered for debate. And if the Deputy Chief Secretary feels so aggrieved, feels disappointed in my leadership, I will remove the parliamentary whip from over his head, and if he desires, let him enter a motion of no confidence in me. I'm giving him full privilege to do so. Go right ahead, Mr. Duke. Go right ahead.
Let me ask you a final question.
If he enters it and it's unsuccessful,
yeah. My final question.
I will demand his removal immediately.
No, just before Tony's final question, are you saying you're willing to lift the whip?
Of course. I am all for democracy. I'm all for democracy, which means people can disagree with me. The challenge I have with Mr. Duke's posturing is that which Mr. Duke is disagreeing with, he's a part of. He's a member of the executive. So it's more than passing strange that he will take these public positions as if he is not a member of the team, as if he does not understand the challenges that we face. And instead of explaining facts in honesty, he has chosen a different route. And I'm saying, if Mr. Duke, if you are so aggrieved by me being Chief Secretary, then by Thursday morning, enter a motion. Failing to do so, I'm afraid that the members of the House will have to treat Duke otherwise. But he more than has that privilege.
So you're saying if he moves a motion of no confidence in your leadership,
I will allow it.
You will lift the whip. And what happens if he fails?
Well, if he fails, then we will promptly remove him.
You all hear that?
Wow.
That is what you call transformational. All you see?
Fearless. I'll call him fearless Farley.
Man, look now. Listen. All your two transformational leaders have a spat. The man say, listen, I am all for democracy. You file a no confidence motion to remove me. However, if you fail, cancel Christmas, it's over for you.
That's it.
And he's absolutely true.
If you fail, good night, Irene.
Cancel Christmas, it's over for you. You're done. Master Day, done. Diana, you better call him and give him an advice. Ben Skin, call him.
Don't worry.
Boss.
It will be resolved. Don't worry.
Yeah, boss. Let me resolve this thing behind closed door, because if you file a no confidence motion and you lose, cancel Christmas for you. It's over. Talk done.
Diana, you have a resolution in place?
What resolution I have in place?
But you said
Diana, you're so quiet. You're so silent. You don't have an opinion. What your opinion? I tell you, you have a sore spot for that fella, so you don't have an opinion. Is that what it is?
It doesn't have to go that far. It's just you know what it is? It's just egos and getting in place, and it's two young male rats in leadership positions.
No, but you only have one head. Your body has one head, not two. Sorry, if you're a man, you may have more than one head. But
you try to be too diplomatic. The lines have been set after they won the election. Farley Chavez Augustine will be the THA chief, and Watson Duke is the PDP political leader. When it comes to the PDP, Watson Duke controls the PDP. When it comes to the THA, Farley Chavez Augustine is like the prime minister, so to speak.
Exactly, I understood. And I've left the voice clip for Mr. Farley, you know, my thing limited.
You know
I told him
let me do this. Let me try to call. Let me call Farley and see if he pick up the phone.
He's not gonna answer.
No, we can't say that. Let me try and see. Let me try it. Whether to try and fail to try. Trying to call Mr. Farley Chavez Augustine, people.
Oh, I thought you said Duke.
No. He ain't gonna pick up the phone. I go call you too. I'll call you too. So, folks, we are calling the THA chief, the Tobago House of Assembly chief, Mr. Farley Chavez Augustine.
I would imagine it's going to be much more difficult to have conversation with him now.
Now, he was on the air this morning, man.
Yeah, but you would have had to make an appointment with him.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be the people, Tobago's people. Diana, you think Watson do go pick up? Let me call him.
No.
Never know. Let me call
him. He'll text you.
Eh? Go text me for.
He may text you back what he wants.
So, folks, we calling Watson Duke.
I think who we had to call is Pastor Baines. See if we can have him resolve the matter.
Then we call him and we go call him too and see. All right, no pickup for man. Hey, let me call Miss Bernie Gregg.
Miss Bernie, yeah.
Let me call her and see. So, folks, we calling people here in Tobago. We call
call.
Call. How are we doing? Here we go. I go call another PDP activist, Eva McCall, as well. So, folks, we are calling Miss Bernie Jack Craig. Okay, she didn't pick up as well. Let me call another PDP activist. Eva McCall. Let me see Eva. Where is Eva? Here we go. Oh, you know what? Let me call Brother B. Helena?
Oh, I was saying Pastor Baines.
Yeah, call Brother B.
Yeah, hold on. You call Brother B. So we are calling a PDP activist by the name of Eva McCall. Live and direct in Tobago. Okay, so we didn't get Eva. Let's call Brother B. Let's call Brother B and see if Brother B will pick up his phone. Brother B. Brother B, here it is. So, folks, we are calling the on-air host of Channel 5, Brother B. So, okay.
Everybody going to sleep.
We're going to sleep. It's only 8:27 in the night. You make
telling
an
you.
excuse. You make an
Awesome.
excuse. Yeah.
You have
Yo.
Andy's number?
Andy Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Hold on. Which other? You know what? I'm gonna call a UNC person. Hold on. Who I could call?
Naked.
Yeah, let me call Naked. Let me call David Naked, yeah. So we are calling Senator David Naked, folks. And I think you gotta disguise we number from now on. You know. Oh God. Let me call David Tanku. I ain't called you in a long time. Let me call you.
Gary listening and telling them not to answer.
No. Gary go tell him to answer. He go tell him answer. You know what? I'm gonna call Damian Lighter. Now the last time David Naked pick up. I wonder if they have a meeting tonight, no? I'm gonna call Damian Lighter.
You wonder if they have current?
You think current gone?
We're hearing stories of such.
So we calling Senator Damian Lighter.
Hello?
Senator Lighter, you are live on WZYE 95.9
Hello?
FM. Senator Lighter? Are you hearing me? Hello?
Hello?
Are you hearing me, Senator Lighter? Okay, I guess he couldn't hear me. Were you guys hearing me?
Yep.
I guess somehow he could not hear me. All right. So he couldn't hear me. I gotta make sure that's working. But it's working because I heard him. Maybe he just didn't hear me. Yeah. Okay. So folks, we tried. Let's go back to the chat. Yeah. Vonnie Roberts, we call Mother Bernie. Top Dog from Japan, welcome. Kapiza wants to know who is they.
We didn't call Pastor Baines though.
Oh, let's call Pastor Baines. Pastor Baines. Here we go. So we calling Pastor Baines, folks. It's 9:05 a.m. in Japan.
I still believe Pastor Baines is one who can resolve this impasse, or should be able to.
Good evening.
Pastor Baines, as pleasant good evening to you. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Pastor Baines, are you hearing me?
Hello?
Oh, wait. One minute. Pastor Baines, are you hearing me? Okay. He couldn't hear me.
It's you, Ansel. The connection is you.
Yes. All right. Something wrong with my connection then. All right, folks. Well, it's me. Okay. All right. I gotta make sure that thing working. Something wrong with it here. That was me, folks. Could I try something different? Nah, I'm not gonna try anything different tonight. So, folks, we'll get that together. I tried to call Pastor Baines. We did get Senator Lyder and Pastor Baines. Look, Damian Lyder just sent me back a message. Hold on, let me respond to him. Was trying to talk to
Have him call and see if you'll hear.
Can you call me back?
Give him the number.
Yeah.
Send them the link.
Oh yeah. Good idea, Tony.
Because if he calls in, he'll only be able to talk to you.
Problem. Yeah. See, he having dinner with his family.
Okay. Well, we can't interrupt that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. But at least he responded.
Yes.
But it was on my end. It was on my end. So Lana said, so folks, we want everyone in the chat to list what you want yourself to be self-appointed, right? We have Takesha says that she's going to be the self-appointed Minister of National Security. Lana is going to be the self-appointed AG. Who else again?
I gonna be a self-appointed engineer at WZYE.
No. You was the self-appointed president. Don't try that. You was the self-appointed president. You can't change.
Trying to renege on your role, huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't change? It's a democracy. It's a democracy. I could change.
Hey, look, Diana, look, your friend coming, Eugene Julian.
Levi Jean.
So Eugene Julian, I know you came in earlier, but we are asking people if you're gonna self-appoint yourself to anything in Trinidad and Tobago. We have self-appointed political analysts in Trinidad and Tobago. So we want to know what you're gonna self-appoint yourself. Anthony Williams, welcome. That is Anthony Williams from the chat, right? Oh, Anthony Williams said to your statement, Tommy, that but yet fuel prices going up. So we're making money, but fuel prices go up.
I think he was in the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front. That's that guy with that part.
Yeah. I think that's it. Vonnie, we call Mother Bernie, and we're gonna try to get her on Thursday. Anthony Williams say he's talking. What? Please make sense. Who are you talking about, Anthony?
He says,
Albert. Eh?
So Anthony is saying that even though I say that the trips seem to be making money, that it ain't making sense. Is that what he's saying? Because after the trip
again, hello. Yeah, I don't know who Anthony Williams was talking about. He says he talking S something. Please make sense. Anthony Williams, what exactly are you talking about?
He's probably saying he's talking kakada.
Yeah, he's probably saying I'm talking spit because I'm saying that the Prime Minister trips are seeming to net bit more business or potentially more business.
Oh, okay. All right.
But the other day, didn't you see? I saw something there. Oh, Mia Motley. Ah,
Going back to the IMF.
yeah.
Yeah.
And historically, what I've seen that happened already. It spells, it means workers are going to be sent home.
But Diana, you know the difference though, Diana. If when you get money from the IMF, you manage it properly, and the politician will siphon it off through corruption, you can do. If you decide that, not like what happened in Haiti. Haiti get a lot of money from the IMF, but a lot of it goes towards corruption, and the people never see a dime of it. So things don't really improve. So if Barbados was able to manage that money correctly, you'll see a lot of improvements in Barbados. I mean, but when the IMF come in with their policies, you are absolutely correct. They may ask Barbados government for those governmental. Yes.
I mean, restructuring and downsizing and
Yeah. A
all
lot
of
of
that stuff.
If they pay the piper, they have to name the tune, you know. So, and that's how that is.
But you see, one of the downfall of the IMF is that they have a one-size-fits-all policy for many of these countries, and it's not good for each and every country. You should have specific policies for different countries, but they have a one-size-fits-all, and that's one of the problems with the IMF.
Yeah, because once they give you their money, they get into your affairs. They tell you how to run your business.
Yep. So I believe they probably would retrench the older workers. All of them going home first.
So,
but then they're gonna have hiring freezes and all that.
Correct. You see,
so once you retrench the older workers, you have to pay them a pension for work that they are not doing.
But then you could rehire people at a lower salary.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too.
And save money. So Takesha says, as the Minister of National Security, I'll go into these broken communities alongside the Minister of Education, try and work with the youth and make use of all of them. Homework centers. See? Already good ideas coming through.
Oh, yeah, I didn't ask them. I wanted to talk about an essay contest. I wanted to get WZYE, but we'll talk about it up here before
right. But before we go into that, let's look at this here. We have, let me get this here.
Oh Lord. Where we going now?
What it is? Oh yes. We have as we said, we talked about before the break, we was going to give you that we have one of a person in our chat who is diversifying his business, and he has gone into Barbecue Girls Incorporated. So this is Ulrich Barbecue Girls Incorporated. If you're looking for a barbecue grill, call 1-800-ULRIC, and he will supply you, because the summer is almost coming to an end, and he wants to capitalize on any business, because what am I talking about? This is in Trinidad. This is not in the United States.
No, all the time.
Yeah, so sorry. I apologize for misleading the population of Trinidad and Tobago. But this is all year business. It's Ulrich Barbecue Grills Incorporated. You need a grill, call him at 1-800-ULRIC, and and delivery is free too. So delivery is already included in the cost. You don't have to worry about anything, right? So again, we getting kind of fed up here at WZYE 95.9 FM and giving Ulrich all this type of free sponsorship, so to speak. And I don't know how long we can continue with this, but every week is something different by the young man from Chumac, Laventel. So,
but you see, Eugene Julian says that he wants to be the appointed commissioner of police.
Oh, he said that?
Yes, it's in the
Wait,
chat.
let me look at that. What? Hold on, let me look at that one day. Okay? Just now. Let me go back to find that one. That one jump past me, boy. Or Eugene. Okay, King Lion Glidden says, I am the Prime Minister. All right. So you the self-appointed Prime Minister. Okay, good. Good. Remember, folks, Rennie says, I am the family planner. So Rennie, use a self-appointed family planner. Correct?
Somebody wants to be the hangman.
Hmm.
You know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I see that one.
Marcus Guide. Marcus, welcome. Is somebody wants to be the hangman? What is it? Lana say
King Lion is Prime Minister, right?
Who's that?
King Lion is Prime Minister.
Yeah, King Prime Minister. You know, we had to keep record of this, you know. We had to keep record of all of these. Anselm and Fungus tree fall on the internet tower. Chris Watson say I like Lider. He's a man for the people. Every time Lider been in here, he's been pretty good. Anselm, that Mint Mobile not working, bro. Hey, that Mint Mobile work great, boy. Great. There's someone called Silver Fox from Tobago. Try calling him. I don't have his number, you know. Chris Watson say, Anselm, brother, don't go back in Trinidad like them out for you. But Trinidad is my homeland, boy.
You see what Chris said? You don't want to be part of the Trinidad government. It have no integrity. I have no integrity. I have integrity. He has integrity.
Like my phone does calling smoke signals. I ain't seen that code by Eugene, you know. Call Miss Jackson of the PDP. Hey, you know what? I think I have a number. That is good. But if I call them, they ain't me. Right? No, Takesha, we go fix that. I think that's a good idea, Takesha. Miss Kizzy Jackson, the deputy political leader in God. Lana say call TNTech instead. Oh God. And some call the Ghostbusters. Call Aisha Wells. Oh God. Or Lady Zida. Hey, Tommy, what time is Eugene? Comment. Yeah, that's what David Nackett. He has been on the last time we called him, he pick up the phone. Oh God. Vonnie Roberts, if he called Jesus, he go answer before all of them. Because what to say called KFC, they will answer. Oh, yeah. No, Nadine Benjamin says, Nadine, welcome. Nadine, Brother B's on vacation somewhere around the world. Nah, Brother B's back, man. Right, Diana? Hey, Diana?
Yes.
Takesha says, as the Minister of National Security, I will ask the AG to also investigate some of these judges and those who work in the courts and make sure the cameras working all over. What? Takesha ain't making no joke, you know. Chris Watson says, all of them politicians in Trinidad and Tobago don't like to answer phone calls. Nah, well, Pastor Baines answer he call. And Damian Lider answer he call.
Okay.
Eugene.
Anselm, Lion King said I is Prime Minister, right? And like 5 comments after that is Eugene Julian.
Okay. After the one with thing. Eugene Julian said, Brother B will not get involved. We're not getting him involved. We just going to ask a question.
5 after I is Prime Minister.
Okay, let me go for that.
Is
what time?
Eugene, appointed Commissioner of Police.
Did I have a time on it?
No, I don't have the time.
Okay, hold on. I don't like Eugene Julian codes just disappear in this chat, man. I don't know.
Five comments after Lion King's I is Prime Minister.
Okay, let me go. I'm going down. So, folks, Marcus Guide. Is this Marcus Guide first time here in the village? Or let's say welcome to Marcus. Yeah, boy. Bonnie, I think I need an operator, boy. I know joke. Oh, yeah, here it is. I's Prime Minister. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, here it is. So Eugene, you are self-appointed commissioner of police. So you're gonna have to work closely with Takesha, because Takesha is the self-appointed National Minister of National Security. Yeah, right? Yeah. And then it says Albert Montel, people came first, but the population still voted the UNC out. Okay. All right. Who's Minister of Social Development? Rennie? Rennie, you self-appointed Minister of Social Development?
No, he wanna get the people chains and whips and leather suits.
No, well, he had to be the self-appointed one. Hey, Eugene, sorry, partner. Judy already took that portfolio. Eugene Julian, that's my portfolio already, Commissioner. Commissioner of COP. So Julian, Eugene, we have to revoke the appointment.
Yeah. He can get an assistant.
Yeah. Usually if you want to be the assistant COP to Judy, you could get the assistant COP. You could be the self-appointed assistant commissioner of police, or you could self-appoint yourself to some other thing in the government, some other thing. So the people in Tobago will keep the PDP and the THA because they suffer for a long time under
Vietnam.
Yeah, Ulrich is shopping and cooking the same time. Nice. Yeah, boy. Ulrich is a mastermind, you know. Yeah, Rennie. Ulrich always looking for the $20, boy. Oh God. Yeah, hey, but listen, now let's go to what's happening in Tobago.
Right.
Yeah, what's happening in Tobago? Farley Chavez Augustine is the boss, the THA chief, right? Watson Duke is the boss of the PDP, right? We all know that. Watson Duke can get rid of Farley in the PDP, which he already did. He got rid of him as the deputy political leader in the PDP. Right? Now, Farley playing chess. Farley saying to Watson Duke, okay, Watson Duke, you file a motion of no confidence in me, and if you fail, you are out. You think Watson Duke going to take that chance? Tommy?
Well, I don't think Watson Duke has the. I think he knows better. Let's put it that way.
You're talking about Watson Duke, you know?
Yeah, I think he knows better. But he may have so much pride that he may not even wait for Farley to put him out. He may put himself out.
So you are thinking that he could resign from his position as deputy secretary?
I feel he'd probably take that as a...
You know, Tommy, that's a great point, you know. I never thought about that. That's a great point. He could take in front. It's a chess match, right? He can say, all right.
Because his pride his ego is so large, so huge. I don't think he's gonna allow himself to.
Yeah, because Tommy, I think if he do that, you know, he get back all his chips, you know.
Right.
No, you're right, man. You're right. And Tommy, man, you continue to be brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so. But I thought somebody said I was talking spit a little while ago.
Nah. You continue. That's brilliant, Tommy, man. So Watson Duke can say, all right. And remember, it's two transformational leaders you're dealing with, He can say, all right, yeah, what happened? I gonna resign. I resign from the THA. I just gonna be an assemblyman. But what does people in the chat think about that? Tommy, I think that could be a possibility, you know. Do you think that Watson Duke is gonna take the high road and resign, and then is gonna leave Farley in a certain position? Because if he resigns, there's nothing Farley can do to him.
Not just that, but he knows he cannot hurt Farley at this point. he knows the majority of Tobagonians are behind Farley, and the only reason why they're in power is because of Farley. He knows all of this, but to save face and not be dragged further into a confrontation, what he truly needs to do is just resign.
But you think he have that within him to resign?
I don't know. I think he may be brighter than we think. It's just.
He be brighter than we think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think this is all a chess match, man. This is a chess match.
I mean, to get his party to win the election, he has to be a pretty bright fella. He put all the right players in place to make sure that he won that election.
Let me say welcome to Erica John, and she's saying congrats to Ulrich and good evening to all. Erica, my next Chumacanian good friend, my neighbor in Chumaka, Claventil. Let me say welcome to Erica John. Erica John is my long time neighbor. I am 2-1. Erica is 1-2 in building 1 apartment 2-1. What? Look, Lana implementing thing as AG, all police officers and army officers will take over exam each year with drug tests. What, Lana? That makes a lot of sense, huh? Every year, though, you have to take over the exam. Okay, with drug tests too, eh? See the ideas people coming up with? Oh, God. Takesha is even getting more strict, boy. Takesha says, Lana, as Minister of National Security, I will say drug tests every 6 months. Because some of them police officers and soldiers pull up on the block, smoke weed too with their friends. What? What? Nah. But if they're smoking a little weed, I ain't drug testing you for weed, though. Hey, Tommy?
I mean, the whole world is relaxing when it comes to that.
Yeah. A little sense in ain't go kind of harm your vision or anything. Ooh.
I mean, being inebriated on duty is a problem. While you're working, I mean, that's problematic. It's like drinking and becoming drunk and working. That is definitely against the rules. So I don't know, the way the world is going today.
Yeah, Tommy boy. Lana says, as AG, I put in law, any politicians found underperforming should be fired without pay. Good.
As AG, she's gonna have that kind of power.
Yeah. Lana, boy, I don't know boy, Lana boy. Lana, I don't know boy. Marcus said he just passed to honor one. Yeah, Brother B's back. He returned on Monday.
Lana, you're gonna have to redo the Constitution, my dear.
Rennie Mohammed changed his mind. He says, I, the Agri Minister, will be the largest exporter of food-grade marijuana. Okay, so folks, Rennie is the self-appointed agriculture minister, and he wants to be the largest exporter of food-grade marijuana.
Hey, tapping into a big business.
Yeah. He said TNT will be back on the high life.
Yeah, the money being made like rain off of that.
Okay, so all right. Here we go. So Judy, you're good. Eugene Julian wants to be the self-appointed chief secretary of the THA. There we go. Eugene, you're good. You're now the chief secretary of the THA, self-appointed, because we have political analysts just appointing themselves and calling themselves self-appointed political analysts.
But are we trying to fill the THA or we fill in Trinidad government?
No, anything you want.
Okay.
Yeah, wherever you want. Anything you want self-appointed, just self-appoint yourself. Hey, Marcus, I ain't see yourself appoint yourself to nothing, right? Marcus says, Farley Augustine is the man. I feel that the power struggle is based on the amount of attention that Farley is getting.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. You think so?
Of course. But like some of the analysts are saying, the first straw was when Farley apologized for Duke. And Duke said, nobody talks for him. Nobody speaks for him. He'll speak for himself.
Mm. Yeah. Marcus Guy said Watson is an attention seeker. Funny Robert says Duke knows that the people of Tobago is for Farley.
He knows.
To me, I think the political death nail is if you bring up no confidence against Farley and you lose, that is it.
I don't think he's going to go there, Anselm. I think he's wise enough not to go there. And he knows the only reason why they are in power is because of Farley as the chief secretary. Without Farley as the chief secretary, there would be no PDP in power. PDP would be just PDP, maybe just in the opposition.
I hear you. Well, let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And Hailey and Judy, when we come back, you know, we're going to address a good issue for the PEP when we come back. It's an excellent issue. So, guys, Hailey, don't think I'm picking on your party, but I think it's a good issue for the PEP party in Trinidad and Tobago. So they are listening to what we have to say. And, you know, it's always good. It's always good. Right? Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. It's in the village of the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
Can't take that. When they want to stop all this humiliation, I can't take that. Wake up in the morning, more frustration, I can't take that. No, ain't taking that, so ain't taking that. Ain't taking that, so ain't taking that.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. I did get a voice note here. Let me see if I can play this voice note. Let me see if I can play this voice note here.
Mr. Anselm is mosquitoes.
Tommy, did you hear that? That was Tulu.
That's good, mosquitoes.
All right. Let me play it again.
Mr. Anselm
is mosquitoes.
Right, yeah. So at least if you want to send a voice, note, you can send a voice note to 973-868-1444. Let me put it up on the screen. If you want to send a voice note, let me see right here. Yeah, there we go. So Judy and Hailey, all you know how we do it in the village, right? We call a spade a spade. We give credit where credit is due. I want to give the PEP credit, because look what happened, Judy and thing, right? So Philip Alexander is having a meeting on Saturday the 17th of September at 5 p.m. And the feature address is Philip Edward Alexander, who is the political leader, right? And Judy and Hailey, what we talked about is that he should change it from Philip will fix it to Pep will fix it. And here it is. The proof is in the pudding that we are listened to by people, right? So maybe Judy and Hailey sent a note to Philip, and Philip now has on his flyer, Pep will fix it. And that's all we was trying to say. We were just trying to give solutions, good advice, free good advice. And here it is, factually, right? It says Pep will fix it. So,
which
of course,
is more inclusive.
Say that again?
That's a more inclusive approach.
And that's all we were trying to do. You see, if the PNM will listen, they can be the same as well, right? So we felt, yeah, go ahead.
There was a time where that they would listen, but not now.
Well, I guess so. You know, now they're not interested in listening now. So Philip Alexander listened, and he said, you know what them guys saying making sense, Pep will fix it. And that's all we were trying to do. We were trying to do is to understand that if you want to be all-inclusive, right, it would have been more all-inclusive to say instead of Philip will fix it, that Pep will fix it. Every time I say anything about Pep, I need to say, and Sam, that just gives you a reason to find something else to rant and rave about. I won't rant. Tommy, how can I be ranting and raving about something and I'm bringing something to your attention and you follow it? Eh? How is that a rant and rave? Eh?
It's just sensible solutions that are being presented.
Yeah.
How do you know we believe in? How do you know that we believe in truth to power?
Yeah. So Hailey says, Judy, if the past was good for Trinbagonians, then there will be no issues. Philip will not have any reason to talk about the past. Okay. Oh, good. What? Eugene Julian says, Watson Duke is a narcissist. Whoa. Whoa. Oh boy. Eugene Julian, how have you come to that conclusion, Eugene Julian? Please explain to us.
Please explain, Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene, please explain. We need an explanation from you, Eugene Julian. We do. Ken John, welcome. What? All right. So here's Vonnie Roberts giving us Lana a suggestion. So Lana, as the self-appointed AG, Vonnie Roberts is saying, my suggestion is that you have night court to ease up all those cases and clear the prison with all those minor cases for petty offenses that is in prison for many years. Hey, that's a great suggestion. You see?
Excellent.
Look at that.
Excellent.
That's an excellent suggestion. So Lana, you're already getting suggestions, right? So that well done, Vonnie. Rennie Mohammed says Trini people just put more effort in the past instead of the future. All right. DG, welcome. Judy says move forward. Capture the citizens of what you can do and fix Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. We need to fix Trinidad and Tobago. Oh. Rennie said, Eiley says Rennie is pepping the pepper, you know. Tobagonians can't do without pepper. We need it for we doubles and roti.
You know, the people of Trinidad and Tobago knows how to fix Trinidad, you know, especially our village family. They know exactly what to do,
you know. You know, Tommy, you are so right, you know. They know exactly what to do. They're right. They know exactly what to do. But are they going to do it?
Are they going to be listened to? Because I'm sure all of these, or most of these suggestions go past those who are charged with doing the job. But do they do it? Do they want to do it? Do they have the will to do it?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could answer that question.
Yeah, answer it for yourself, not Tommy.
Correct is right. I'll answer it.
So,
like,
go ahead.
Someone said to me recently when I was making suggestions, they said, if these problems are fixed, so many industries will suffer. That's unbelievable. I said, what? They say, yeah.
So you got to keep the problems going so people can continue to eat off the trough?
That's it.
Nah, man. Nah, I don't want to believe that.
I don't want to believe it, but I had to listen. Because I was told if the problems are fixed, a lot of business is going to be lost.
Okay, so Judy says, my issue with Philip Alexander is that he should stop looking back and bashing past and present government. It's not solving absolutely nothing. He needs to center himself with present issues. Rennie says he's a bacchanalist.
But you have to highlight the issues in order to present solutions and pose solutions.
You know, sometimes it's like we are asking ourselves if we in Trinidad and Tobago really want to solve the problems that we are facing.
That's just what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. That I was told by someone I was having a discussion with who lives in Trinidad and works in Trinidad. As a matter of fact, the person is in law enforcement. And he said to me, we really don't want to resolve these issues because it's gonna shut down a lot of business if we get these issues, if these problems resolved.
So let me come. So here is I want to come back to that. I want to come back to the one with why we are actually naming ourselves self-appointed whatever we want. You know, Albert Montano says PNM gonna get over the beating from a new party, so they will continue to talk about the mistakes of the PDP. But I feel that the Tobago people know better. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, my brother from Tobago called me yesterday, right? And you know, I mean, when you talk to people on the ground, sometimes you got to talk to people on the ground to get, you know, a feel now for what's really going on in the island or in the country. You know, and he's in Roxbow too. He's in actually Watson Duke constituency. You know, and many of them feel that, you know, Watson are kind of overstepped, you know, his reach, you know.
And that's one of Watson's constituents.
Yeah. He's in Roxbow. You see? So, you know, they kind of expected a little better from him. And that.
Well, we all learning, but people in Trinidad who know him would claim that they don't expect anything more, anything less.
So wait now. So you should expect disaster from him. Is that what it is? So why you put him in office, to expect disaster?
Well, the people in Trinidad who claim to know him come to know him in a way that put them in a position of not being surprised by his behavior. That's what I was told. I don't know, because I don't know him. As a matter of fact, I was expecting better of him and from him. And I'm really surprised as to where this whole thing went. As a matter, asked them that I was thinking that PDP would have made a difference in Trinidad also, because we saw the transformation in Tobago and the posture that was taken by the PDP when they, as soon as they assumed office. So we here at WZYE, as you probably well know, we lauded the PDP and we still hold them in high esteem. But it's a la Farley. We have to recognize that the way Duke is behaving at this time, it puts us in a different place when it comes to Trinidad and PDP. We know that PDP and Trinidad is not going to be using the same centers for much longer. That's my opinion, humble opinion.
Yeah, let me just quickly go. Lana says, as AG, any court matters between the government, opposition, or any should be financed from their own pockets and not state funds. Man, we having some serious, all right, ideas here in the village tonight. So here it is here's where this thing came from, right? Look at this.
Activist embarrasses the Rowley-led PNM party by calling themselves political analyst. What is a political analyst? Google states that political analysts, also known as political scientists, study how political systems originate, develop, and operate. They research and analyze governments, political ideas, policies, political trends, and foreign relations. Political analyst requirements. These individuals do no such thing. What are political analyst requirements? A bachelor's degree in political science, public administration, or a related field. Proven experience as a political analyst or in a similar role within a political or government department. Portfolio of work, including published articles. These two individuals have embarrassed the Rowley-led PNM party and made a mockery of other well-known political analysts in Trinidad and Tobago.
So there you have it, folks. That is where all this thing came from. Two individuals decide to self-appoint themselves as political analysts, and it's kind of sad that, you could just decide to wake up one day and put Dr. Shane Mohammed to shame, Dr. Vishnu Raghunath, as well as, Dr. Winford James. These guys are known political analysts in Trinidad, and they have been on many TV programs and radio programs across Trinidad and Tobago. And these two self-appointed political analysts, they do have a TV program, but they don't go on give any political as a political analyst on any TV or radio program or anything like that, and it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. So Hailey says, as PM, I will also make it cheap and easy, visa-free to travel to South America. That's not a bad idea, Hailey. That's a good idea. So, folks, we have our resident diversified entrepreneur back in the village. That is Ulrich. Ken John says, like Duke and Farley playing games or what? Them serious? Nah, man. Well, we have to be honest, so we have Ulrich watching cricket, Vonnie watching cricket, right? And some other person watching cricket. So Vonnie says, Duke went off with a force without thinking, and now we will backtrack or he get out of his own party that he formed. Yeah, I think he made a mistake. Max Batiste says, Max, where you joining us from? Tobagoans, a different group of people to Trinis. Yeah, I mean, Tommy, Judy's agreeing with you. She said, agreed, Tommy. I was looking forward to Duke to make an impact in Trinidad. And listener, I honestly believe that, Duke could have an impact in Trinidad. But when you go and you're fighting your own chief secretary now, and you fire him from your party. Fire him, right? What's left to be desired? If it's just Tobago with 60,000 people, and this is what you could do. What happens if you're the prime minister? What you do? It's important to know, they also tells us that we have to be careful how people deal with little things. It shows you how they're going to handle large things.
Correct.
So if a little thing like this, you don't know how to handle it behind closed doors and fix it, right? What about when it's larger things? Go ahead, Tommy.
But what people are saying is that this is not really the problem, quote unquote. The problem, long before this, it's been brewing.
Yeah, correct. There were some things that were happening behind closed doors, and he felt, you know, there is another audio. Did I get that audio? Let me see if I have that audio on my let me see something. There is another audio.
Yes, several audios concerning that.
Audios. No, there's an audio with a gentleman. I think I have that on TikTok.
Moment.
Let me see.
And
hold on, hold on. Okay, here it is. Let me see if I could get this to myself. So there's another audio with a gentleman talking about what happened up here. And you know what, Tommy? I have to be honest, right? If you are here in the United States of America and things are going bad for a certain population, things are going bad for citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and you reach out to certain people here in this country, they will get it fixed for you.
Correct.
They will fix it. They will get it fixed. So you don't have to go to the press or the media, you know, for anything like that. They will get it fixed.
Yeah. You know, some people in some of these less developed spaces, they don't realize that social media could work against you.
Yeah, correct is right.
They think to just run to social media is going to resolve whatever issues are pending. When sometimes it just makes it a whole lot worse than it was before.
So Tommy, where do you see this ending up? And for the folks in the chat, where do you all see this spat between Farley and Duke ending up? Well, what's the end game here? I mean, you know, we're playing chess. I know it's a chess match. What's the end game here, Tommy? What do you see?
Based on what Farley said in the recording that you played earlier, Farley already made his mind up that if they don't want me, I'll bow out gently. But Duke is going to have to make the motion to get rid of me. And if he makes the motion and it doesn't go in his favor, he has to go. I mean, swords are drawn here. It's clear. So it's either Duke back down and they mend the broken relationship, which is doable, or Duke simply, like I said before, resign from the position as assistant to the chief secretary, or that's his title?
Yeah, the assistant. I mean,
chief secretary.
The AGS, the assistant general secretary.
Right. No, chief secretary. Isn't that the title?
Huh? Assistant chief secretary.
ACS, right? Either he resigns as the ACS, or he patches up the relationship, because anyhow he tries to bring a no motion no confidence motion against
Farley,
he's gonna lose because we realize, and everybody knows that the PDP is in power because of Farley, not because of Duke, including Duke.
Some people in Tobago may disagree with you, Tommy, with respect
Duke
to
knows
that.
that also too, that the PDP is in power because of Farley Augustine and not because of Watson Duke. Because Watson Duke tried it without Farley, and he didn't get the traction that he hoped to get. He knows it.
Well, Tommy, that makes sense, though. That makes sense because the 6 was with Farley, and then the 14 was with Farley.
Of course.
And the 2 was without. So Max Batiste says PDP came to stay. This is not a Duke party. It is a people's party. It's a people's party. Right? But think about it, though. It appears that if Duke can't get away, you go mash up the whole thing.
I think Farley has enough strength to win the prime ministerialship of Trinidad and Tobago. Once he does what he's supposed to do for Tobago, he could run Trinidad and Tobago, as far as I could see.
Well, I don't know. Some people misconstrue that Duke and Farley was going to be on the program tonight. I just put up Duke versus Farley edition. Ulrich says, wonder if you could get Duke or Farley on the program. Ulrich, we will try to get, either one of them. I'm gonna reach out to Farley and try to get him, and I'm gonna have maybe Diana can reach out to Watson Duke and see if he will come. Right? Judy says, let me say this: social media have people of all walks of life making idiots of themselves. Duke shouldn't have been personal without showing himself up. It's painful indeed. Yeah, it's kind of painful. I don't think it was necessary. Yeah. Ulrich said Duke better do like Rowley and go to Letico. Right? Lekito.
Lekito. But the same way, Judy, the same way social media could work to your advantage, it could work to your disadvantage. And this is what some of people in the third world don't recognize. The fact that social media could be their end.
No.
The end of their
No, Tommy, how could anybody say that? They don't think that Farley is doing a good job in Tobago.
Based on the time, based on the small amount of time that he's been in, we can see clearly that he has positioned things in a better light than it was before. That's just my opinion again.
So, all right, I'll call that person back. They wasn't calling the radio station. So Denise G says, strong, adept, and trusting leadership demonstrates how well leaders work with others to solve problems and resolve issues. It appears that Duke is green in this area and lacks the requirement to lead. You know what? Duke led the PSA, man.
For quite a while. But then there was so much controversy in the PSA with his leadership. Think about it.
Yeah, but Tommy, I think in order to lead the PSA, man, either you're bamboozling the people or you have some type of leadership charisma that the people like.
Oh, I'm not gonna say that he's not charismatic, but at the same time, strategy is what he used.
So, and I don't know. Ulrich. Ulrich said there'll be a new party in Tobago.
Well,
so let's say Duke decide to file a no confidence in Farley Chavez Augustine, right? Let's walk through this scenario, Tommy.
But if the party mash up, if the party mash up and things mash up, as a new election, they had a call, and guess what?
No, I don't think so. No, Tommy. No, I don't think so. Because Tommy, remember, I'm an MP for a certain constituency. And I won my constituency. So by winning the constituency, I happen to be a member of the PDP, right?
Well, I think
But
Mohammed
I am
told us that. Yeah,
huh?
Mohammed told us that. Dr. Mohammed told us that.
That what?
Dr. Mohammed told us that it didn't matter about the party when it came to Tobago House of Assembly.
Yeah. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter if the party mash up or whatever it is. Them fellas already in there for 4 years, because they are assemblyman for their constituency. Like nobody could kick Duke out of the THA, right? They could fire him as the ACS, the acting chief secretary, right? But they can't kick him out of the THA assembly.
Right.
Because he's an assemblyman. So he can just sit there and do whatever he has to do. I mean, he can cross the floor, right? I think he can cross the floor and go to the other side, but that's not going to happen.
No, he's not gonna. We know he's not gonna join the PNM. But he can. Right. I guess he can operate independently of the others.
Now, there are some people who are saying that. There are some people who are saying that he might join up with the UNC.
Well,
what do you think about that?
Well, he's been there before.
Mm-hmm. You think he's going to join up with the UNC?
It wouldn't be surprising.
Mm-hmm. So that's what people have been saying ever since that, he's a UNC proxy. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think that guy wants to be prime minister so bad that if he joins up with the UNC, he's not going to be the political leader of the UNC.
Yeah, but he's already he already he has already quote unquote blown his chances right now.
Well, no, Tommy. I don't think he has blown his chances because he's still the political leader of the PDP.
Yeah, but
right. So regardless of what happened,
I'm talking about confidence in him. It's lost at this particular point, based on his behavior with Farley Augustine.
But you don't think he could regain that confidence?
That's going to be a serious uphill battle. That hill is so steep to climb right now for him to get to the top.
Yeah, I think that I think that if there's a no confidence vote in regarding him, I think that's kind of the end as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that no confidence vote would be a bad idea to bring forward. Right now, he needs to mend and show that he's human enough to admit an error and keep it moving. That would give him back his credibility.
Yeah, if I was in this position, my chess move would have been, I'm not bringing no confidence motion.
No, that'd be a bad idea.
Because if you lose that, you're in big trouble.
He needs to abandon the no confidence motion and try to make it up with Farley and keep it moving.
But Farley put that out there though. Farley put it out there, and Farley was saying that a lot of people tell him you don't think he should go down that road, but he did. I just don't understand why this have to be. Why do we have to go down that road?
I'd say we at WZYE are terribly aggrieved at what's happening because of the way we supported them for Tobago's election, I mean, we saw it as a breath of fresh air, and it still is. We think it's transformational, and it still is. It's just that, when you really think about it, human beings would agree, but you need to agree to disagree.
Yeah, and if you disagree, you can't just decide to blow everything up. You know what I mean?
That's it. You don't blow up the bridge.
Yeah, that just speaks to your character. If
You
something
put
as
it
small as this, you want to blow it up, blow up the whole thing. You know?
right, immaturity.
Yeah. When there's something even bigger, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, because I know we know they're youngsters. Both him and Farley are youngsters, but Farley displays a lot more maturity than he does.
Correct. That's absolutely correct. And that's why Farley was put out front in order for him to basically be the face of the PDP in the last election. And it worked. It worked to a charm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So why would you even try to mess that up? You know? I don't get it.
It's an ego issue.
So based on your ego, you will mash up the whole thing, man?
Well, unfortunately.
So your ego allows you to mash up the whole thing.
Yep.
I don't think that's acceptable to me. To be honest with you.
I know it's not acceptable.
So Judy says, Tommy, you should be the go-between man for Duke and Farley. Are you sure they have?
I'm sure Pastor Baines can do a good job.
What?
But if they need my services, they can talk to my agent, Anselm.
Oh God. Ulrich say, Farley squeezing Duke. Tony Roberts say, he now has to humble himself. He played the wrong hand. He was too much on himself. Vonnie, I want to think you're talking about Duke, right?
Of course it has to be.
Yeah, on point, Vonnie. And Denise G said, spot on, Tommy.
Yeah,
Ali says, Duke and the partner need to reason and prove us wrong that they're not just like Rowley. Yeah, they need to work it out.
They need to show us how human they are, that they can rise above all of this and move on.
Yeah, and Vonnie's saying that he's not an asset to the UNC. He's now considered as a troublemaker. He played the wrong hand. Vonnie, I agreed with that.
Mm-hmm.
He played the wrong hand.
But there's redemption, you know. He can redeem himself, and once he redeems himself, they can move on smoothly.
So Denise says he will have to show some vulnerability to regain confidence, and that may be a double-edged sword. I think he played a chess match here, and he lost miserably. Alvin Singh says, give out bread with cheese and pepper sauce. Vonnie says, nah, the UNC will not accept him. They knows that he has lost his base. Oh God. Judy said, Duke is done.
If he keeps going the way he's going, he is. But if he decides that he wants to show that he has a softer side, or should I say a human side,
but
he can regain.
But you're missing something, eh?
What's that?
If the UNC feels aligning themselves with the PDP will win the next election, they'll do it forthwith. Let me repeat that. If the UNC believes aligning themselves with the PDP and Watson Duke will make them win the next election, they will do it forthwith. Say what you want. At the end of the day, the end result is that people are looking for, right, to be the government of the day.
Mm.
And if you believe that will give you a better opportunity, we can say what we want. I believe the UNC will do it in a jiffy, so to speak. What do you say, Tommy?
It's left to be seen.
Tommy, you're taking the high road there, man.
You see, remember that Watson his power is gonna be diminishing.
Correct.
So therefore, the decisions are gonna have to be made by Farley, like it or not.
But the UNC could make a deal with Watson Duke. Say, Watson, listen, you come with us, and if we win, we'll make you the president.
I'll tell you one thing for sure. Watson can't drag Farley into anything that he don't want to get into.
That's correct.
We realize that he's an independent thinker.
Yeah.
And that's important.
That's why the guy's a transformational leader.
Right.
Right. Now listen, this
He's
is
not
the
a
same
puppet.
guy. Huh?
He's not a puppet, even though he's been tried and tested. He's not a puppet.
No, this is the same guy who years ago, when I think he was in high school, told the THA chief at the time, London, that one day he's going to be sitting in his seat.
Yep.
And it was proven to be 100% correct.
Because the power of life and death is in the tongue.
And that's where he's sitting now. So when people talk about transformational leader, think about that, man. Years ago, that young man said, Mr. London, my goal is to sit in your seat one day. And it actually came true. Right? I mean, what more can you ask? What more transformational can you ask for a person like that?
Just give me a second here. I'm just going to step away from
this. So Ulrich says, what I like about Tobago is that they are saying they prefer to stay with a broken PDP than to put back the PNM. Alvin Singh says, that is to say there's a divide among the PNM Afro supporters and that of Tobago. Oh God. Highly. Dennis G says competition have a way of bringing out the best in others. So let's see what the outcome will be in this case. If I had to say an outcome, Alvin Singh says, Ansam, the man have an African base that's disgruntled with the PNM. I mean, there's just, I think that's just the people in Tobago were disgruntled with the PNM and they decide that, you know, we need a change, and they change. Right? Ulrich said that I think the fight between Duke and Farley is good for Tobago. Okay. Denise says exactly does not mean he has emotional intelligence. What? Denise going to EI, boy. So Max Batiste says Duke lost to Farley big time. I don't think it's a loss. I think if Watson Duke, right, decide to bring a no confident vote against Farley, that's where I think he's going to lose totally. Right?
Yep.
But if he decide to put his ego in check and tell himself, you know what? Maybe this is not the right time for me to make any type of move. Let me leave things alone.
Right. You know, it's funny that sometimes these things happen and you can actually come out smelling like a rose. But you said all that said that's good for Tobago. I agree. What is going on is very good for Tobago. It will really show what the people are made of, and Trinidad people will learn something from it. Because at the end of the day, if they really were to patch up and smooth over the whole thing, they would look so good. They don't even believe how good they can wind up looking if they mend that relationship, that broken relationship, and move on smoothly.
Now, Max Batiste, what part of Tobago are you from? Max Batiste says, no, we in Tobago stand firm with Farley. Max, if you're in Tobago, what part of Tobago are you from? Because Max is saying that they stand firm with Farley. And I can tell you that my discussion also saying that people, no, look, Mark Daniel, give us a little feedback, Mark Daniel, about Mark Daniel is also on the ground in Tobago. Give us a little feedback, Mark, with respect to what is the feel like on the ground in Trinidad and Tobago with this spat between Watson Duke and Farley.
Is Mark Daniel the singer?
No, Mark is in Tobago, from Tobago.
Yeah, I think
he was one of our first listeners when we first started. He was in Sincerely. He used to join us all the time.
Okay.
Right. Hailey says, UNC had the opportunity and they showed us that they are like the PNM, raised, voting, and thrive in Treasury. Okay. Judy says, I sincerely hope Duke wife talked to him and put some common sense in him. Lana, this is exactly what Max was saying. Tobago will support Farley. You know what? I kind of agree that at the end of the day, I think Tobago will put the support behind Farley.
And I would say it again. The reason why PDP won that election hands down is because of Farley Chavez Augustine.
You know, but if I was to sit down in a room and advise Watson Duke, I say, Duke, listen, boss, pat down, put your ego on the chair, sit down on it, right? And relax yourself. Don't go back on social media and talk nothing about what happened in New York. Let everything play out and cool it. You already fired him as deputy political leader, right? Which you shouldn't have done. It's a done deal. You could always come back and you guys can make up and you could reappoint them as deputy political leaders because there's already two people that's already against you, right? Three people.
What I would do is I put a little box by the door and have both of them come in and meet me. When they come in and they sit down, I'll say to both of them, here's what I want you both to do. First, you go to that box and check your ego in. And then you could come back and sit down. And then I'll go to the next one and say, you go to that box and check your ego in right by the door.
Tommy, very good idea. But you know what I'll do, Tommy? I will write on a paper, Watson ego, Farley ego.
That's correct.
I'll go to them and I'll say, I want you to take that one on the right. What does it say? Farley ego. All right, put it in that box over there.
Go check it in
at the door. Right? It's going outside the door, you know.
No, they could when they ready to leave, they could reclaim it.
Yes.
But they could check it in at the door. And they sit down, we'll have a good talk. And anytime they seem to be going off, I'll say, remember your ego is checked in at the door.
Yeah.
You don't have it with you. So
right, Tommy, just to add in that, I'll have another sheet right next to them that says check your ego.
That's right.
You understand? To keep them on track now. Now, Mark Daniel is saying that people are more inclined to support Farley. Mark is on the ground in Tobago. Right? Judy is saying that. Mark is saying that people are more inclined to support Farley. And he's on the ground. Right? Judy is saying, hello, Trinis. I will push for Farley to campaign for the Prime Minister of TNT.
Of course.
Yep. No doubt. Farley is more grounded and serious. Mark said he doesn't let his emotions cloud his judgment.
Let me tell you something. Farley is way ahead of, Prime Minister Rowley has more experience. But Farley's thinking is way beyond Rowley's imagination. This is my opinion, humble opinion. That's what I believe, and I strongly believe it based on some of the moves he's made in the short space of time he's in power.
And Tommy,
And
I agree with you 100%.
I listen to what he's saying.
Yes.
And I look at his resolve with the way he handled the situation with Watson right from the start. It shows that he's very focused.
And at the end of the day, Tommy, it seemed like he wants the best for the people of Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't seem like he's a kind of waffly politician. It's left to be seen because it's still kind of early in their term. You know, Hailey saying that Farley should take the high road, man, but instead he react just like Duke hot-head ego. You know, I think the first time when Farley responded, all right, maybe it should have been a little more diplomatic with respect to he was going to check the CSC, you know, portfolio and all kind of stuff like that, you know. But since he have said that, you know, he has been very reserved until today. You know, he answered Duke and said, well, look, if you could bring a no confidence motion, but if you bring a no confidence motion, here are the consequences. So Duke knows exactly what are consequences for his actions. And already there are 3 people in the Tobago House of Assembly that would be on Farley's side, right?
Aslam, the thing is that we are looking at what is right in front of us. But when you really analyze it deeply, it goes beyond, way beyond what has happened with these 27 persons.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, so Farley knows why he said and responded the way he responded. Because it's been festering, like I said before.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hey, Albert Montano, good night. Yeah, go ahead.
It had to come to a head.
Mm-hmm.
It had to come to a head. And that's how it is. If something is festering, it has to come to a head. It just can't just stay festering. Then if it festers, then you may have to amputate it.
Correct is right. Correct is right.
Right. So if you could
and Tommy, at the end of the day, man, this all could have been avoided. You know what I mean? This all could have been avoided, right? And the last thing you want to do is to take to social media and try to blow up your boss, because at the end of the day, he can say what he wants. Farley's his boss.
That's right.
Farley's his boss. When you're talking about the THA, Farley's Duke boss. When you're talking about the PDP, right? Duke is in charge of Farley.
Right. And that's why when he was talking about the THA, he was acting as though he's not part of what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When he's the man right under the headman. So what he's trying to do, put the headman on blast as if he's not doing his job or something. Come on.
Yeah. You know, I mean, from the beginning, I mean, how could you put? It's like you going somewhere, right? It's like an MP or a minister going somewhere, and they're talking bad about Dr. Rowley.
Exactly. It's like if Stuart Young were to try to do something demeaning about his boss, who's Keith Rowley.
Go ahead.
How is his boss going to take to that?
Yeah, Stuart Young goes to Houston, for example, you know, and he comes up and he says, well, you know what, these gas company, you know, Dr. Rowley really don't know what to do with these gas companies, and we could be making more money and so on and so forth. I mean, come on. You can't put him on blast. You know what that's like too, Tommy? That's like the internal election coming up in the PNM, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're within the PNM and you are MP or you are minister, you can't run against Dr. Rowley. I mean, you could, but you're gonna know there are consequences.
But Keith Rowley ran against Patrick before.
Yeah, but wasn't he backbench too?
the backbenching came after he ran against Patrick, or it came? I mean, not because he ran against Patrick. It came because
I don't
he
remember. I think he might have been backbench first, and then he ran against Patrick. I'm not sure about that, but I think so.
No, I think you're talking about 2014 or so. But we're talking, no, 20 after 2010 election. But we're talking about long before that he had challenged Patrick. Did Patrick throw him out of the party? I don't think so.
No, he never showed him out.
Somebody who has the information could probably
Yeah.
We'll see.
So Judy says Farley and Nicole and Philip Alexander will make good teams along with others. And Tommy, Mark Daniel is agreeing with you. Hailey says the opposition probably say Farley easy to ruffle his feathers. I don't think so.
What does Mark say? Let me see what Mark says.
Mark says exactly, Tommy. So he was agreeing with what you had said previously.
Okay.
And Hailey says, Hailey, I don't know. I'll just put that up on the screen. You know what I mean? I'll just put that up on the screen. Yeah. All right. So let me say this is a special welcome back to Mark Daniel. Mark is live on direct on the ground in Tobago. Max is also live on direct, I think, on the ground in Tobago. So, we got to wait and see what happens now. I mean, I guess the ball is in Watson due court now. Because the chief secretary told him, listen, if you want to bring a no confidence against me, he has until this Thursday here to bring a no confidence. So if that doesn't happen, we know that, Watson Duke has decided to hold fire. I think Watson Duke has decided to hold fire. So we wait and see. We wait and see.
See what Lana said? Kito smiling when he see Duke video from New York.
Yeah. I mean, because what other people are saying, I told you so. It's like if there never squabbles in other parties. There's always squabbles in other parties, man. Come on. You think a party going to be in power for 4 years and there are no squabbles? Be for real. Right? It's always going to be some infighting and it's going to become public. Right? There's infighting all the time. That's part of politics. Right? So Lana, Judy, Hailey, Mark Daniel. Albert is already gone. Put closing comments in the chat. Max Batiste, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat. Denise G, put closing comments in the chat. Ken John, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat. Alvin Singh and Ulrich, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat. We're going to go for a quick station identification. It's In the Village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Never a dull day in politics in Trinidad and Tobago, boy.
So true.
Everything is bacchanal. I wonder if there's a word that's not Trinidad word, right?
No. That word, a bacchanal is a drunken wine. Remember Bacchus? You got a wine.
Yeah.
And, right. So when a Bacchus party is a bacchanal, which is a drunken revelry type setting.
Yeah. Alvin, I don't know what Alvin coming with today, Daniel. I don't know about that one, Alvin, to be honest with you. Yeah, that one ain't making no sense.
What he saying?
Is Obia causing them to fight?
Oh boy.
That ain't making sense. No, that ain't making sense. No, I don't think that has anything to do with that, folks. You know, because that happened in New York. You know, I know if he was working something in New York. You know, you know what I mean. Yeah. So, Tommy, of course,
Yes.
any closing words before we go?
Yes, indeed. They are closing words. You know, I know a lot of people feel there's no hope for Duke and Farley, but I believe once there's life, there's hope. And I'll share these words from Steve Maraboli. He says, a kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. I know that these two soldiers are inflicting wounds on each other, but they can be mended. They can be kind in their words, and they can mend. They can heal. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for spending the time with us this evening. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to our next session. Be safe out there, and don't forget, love is the answer. Love is the key to life. Love you all. Pleasant night. Till our next session.
And thanks, Tommy. And I want to send a quote to. This can go both ways to either Duke. This can go to both Duke and Farley. And this is a quote from Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King says, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Let me repeat that.
Amen.
Martin Luther King says, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. And that's exactly what we have now in Tobago. So, and we're going to see the true measure of both, Farley and Watson Duke, in this controversial thing that has started here that, okay. Ken John, can I play a Jesus Christ song and some Thanks in Kaiso? Is that the name of it, Ken? Thanks in Kaiso?
Thanks in Kaiso.
Yeah, I go look for it. I'll go look for that. Just let me know that's it.
Let me read Judy Day sent right above.
Okay.
He says, ask them, Tommy and Diana, good night. This show was most enjoyable indeed. May the universe continue to shine upon you guys. Yeah. Go ahead, Aston.
Okay. Judy says, anything is possible in life. I know they have serious regrets, in particular Duke. Lana says, so wait now, did Souza get demoted before she get promoted to in the PDP or what? Oh God. Alvin bye.
Alvin.
I don't know Alvin bye. Alvin. Yes. Denise said it's a wait and see. If he really wants the PM, he knows what he needs to do, hopefully. I know, boy. Alvin and Tara will be a thing, boy. Ken John says, same to you, Judy. How you doing, love? Hope all is well. Blessing. Max Batiste says, I do hope these two gentlemen bury the hatchet and get down to continue the good work they have started. Max, I really hope that too.
Denise G says, good idea to share these insights with audience. Some if we may not be all too familiar with the political scene in TT.
Thank you. Lana says that. Closing comments as AG. See HD as a blessing because somebody else is out there praying to stay alive in a hospital. Life is worth living. Stay safe, stay blessed in the village. You know, Lana, as you said that, right, Lana? Lana, that is so true because you just kind of put me in a mood. Now, one of the guys I went to college with he came in 1 year after me from 1979 to 1983. He was on our track team. He was a great part of all of us. He was actually captain of the track team when I left as well. He passed away on, is it Monday? Tuesday morning. No, today's Tuesday, right? He passed away yesterday morning. And we were actually at his house on Sunday night. I left his house and a few of others. My roommate in college, and another about 4 or 5 of his teammates on the team. And we went to see him, and he passed away that morning at 5:30 a.m. So when we left, he's from Jamaica. Yeah, he's from Jamaica, right? And he was a young guy, 64, 65 years of age. We went to college together. We ran on the team together. We had a lot of fun together. And at 64 years of age, he's no longer here. So Lana, you are so right. You guys see each day as a blessing. Because somebody there is praying to stay alive in a hospital. Life is worth living. Stay safe, stay blessed. Lana, go ahead, Tommy.
I'm saying lately there's a lot of stories like that, man. I can't believe it. Every time I turn around, it's somebody who close to your age, or that is just expiring.
Yeah, we were all very, very close. I mean, when we were there, his wife was actually crying because we were reminiscing, and he could hear you, but he just couldn't acknowledge you. And at one time, he acknowledged what we were saying, and it was sad. So as Lana put that in the comment, I really and truly want us to see each day as a blessing. And sometimes we let other activities get the best of us, and get our best of our emotions, and we get outside of ourselves. But remember, man, really and truly see each day as a blessing, because somebody out there is praying to stay alive in a hospital. He was, he was in his home just praying to stay alive, and life is worth living. So Lana, thank you so much for that. And that's what we are about here, We're about you, getting some type of positive brain food when you come into the village. It's not all about negativity, party. But sometimes, we could all inspire each other for a better tomorrow. So Lana, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lana. Ulrich Murray says, yesterday was yesterday. Let's strive for a greater and tomorrow. Have a blessed night, everybody.
There we go. That's another one right there. Yes, absolutely, Ulrich. Absolutely. Yep. And that's what it is. All right. Let me see if there's anyone else.
Judy Deson says, good night, each and everyone. Have a blessed, sweet night rest.
Yeah. Alvin says, stay safe. Stay away from Trinidad. Hey, Lana, we are happy that, we could inspire people with our words, and that's right. And that's what it's about, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
That's thing by Ken John. What Ken John said again? Singing calypso. What is it? Let me see.
Let me see if I see it. Let me see if I see what he said. Something. Oh. No. And I said we welcome. Ken John said, good night, Anselm, Tommy, and Diana. Be safe and sound, my friends. Blessing. Have a safe journey to your home. Shalom.
No, Ken John was asking us to play a song.
Yeah, something, some gospel or something.
Tanks in Calypso.
See if I see it.
Okay.
Can you play Jesus Christ song, Anselm? Thanks.
What song is it? Jesus Christ what?
Can you play a Jesus Christ song, Anselm?
Oh, Just a Jesus Christ song?
Yeah, thanks in Christ. Thanks in Christ. So you mean a Jesus? You mean a gospel that is in Christ? So.
God. Mark Daniel, isn't Mark Daniel? No, the Calypsonian. Is Mark Calypsonian? Is Mark Daniel a guy? Mark Daniel Calypso.
Mark Daniel, I thought Mark Daniel was a singer from Tobago.
Yeah, Mark Daniel Calypso. Mark Daniel.
Yeah, he did this. He had a popular one called one would be taken, two shall.
What is it called? What kind of? It's called a socalypso. Is it socalypso or?
It's a gospel lypso.
Gospel-lypso. That's it. Gospel. Gospel-lypso. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Let me see if I could find one of his songs.
Look for some of Mark Daniel music. I think he has a real popular one. Two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. I think that's the name of.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Who shall be in the field? Mark Daniel.
Two shall be in the field, one shall be taken.
Mark Daniel Gospel-lypso. Oh, I think it's Sean Daniel, not Mark Daniel.
It's Sean Daniel. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Sean Daniel. Sean Daniel. Let me see. Sean Daniel Gospel. All right, this is the one I can find. So let's try to go to this one.
Pendo is the only.
Hold on there. So, folks, it's always a pleasure with you being in the village. We're trying to get a song here by Sean Daniel. Let me see if this one. This one gonna have to work for now. You know. So let's see. Let's go with this one. Okay, this is Sean Daniel. All right, folks, that's just YouTube.
Streaming.
Yeah.
Who started the waving? Who started the waving? Who started the waving? Who started the waving? Who started the waving?
All right.
Stop.